Welcome to my supplemental video on how to make educational YouTube videos with screencasting software. And in this video, I'm going to briefly introduce you to how to use one program that is helpful for screencasting. And it's free, and it's the one that I use, and it's called Camstudio. And so I'm going to take you through the basic download and running process and some things to keep in mind. Now again, one thing you're going to have is a PC running some version of Microsoft Windows and a microphone plugged in to the microphone jack of your computer or a USB headset or USB microphone. I prefer the USB microphone because I think they're a little clearer than a standard microphone. But let me take you through a few steps that we're going to go through in this video. I'm going to show you how to find and download it. So first, I have some links in the supplementary materials, or you can just Google Camstudio, and the first link that will pop up is the Camstudio open source page. And if you go down to the bottom to the download links, Camstudio 2.0 is the current version, although it may be later as you check it. So click download and install the program. Once you've done that and you run the program, this little Camstudio window will appear. A few options to try to set before you even get going that I think will be helpful. First, audio options. Go to options and make sure there's a check mark right here beside record audio from microphone so that your voice can be heard. Second audio option, go down a little further under options to audio options. Audio options for microphone. Now you may not have to do this, but if you have problems getting your voice to record over your microphone, you may need to select the correct audio capture device. Default input device will work most of the time, but if not, the drop down box will show the audio devices that are connected to your computer. So you may need to check that. It may be okay without messing with it. Hit OK. Now, other options that you need to check. Options, first listing here, video options. You need to make sure that when you record video that you compress it. You can do what's called raw video, but that will fill even a large hard drive very quickly. So you have to use a compressor for the video. I recommend for beginners starting with Microsoft Video 1. One of the options by default in the drop down box here. Microsoft Video 1 is not the best compressor, however it should be on all PCs by default. Second, it's very compatible with playing back on just about all PCs for that reason. So I'd say start with Microsoft Video 1 and quality 0 to 100. I would recommend starting with 65. It's not the best. As you go lower, the quality gets worse, but the video file gets smaller, higher, better quality, but the video file gets bigger very rapidly. Also, under the configure button, you have a temporal quality ratio from 0 to 1. Start with 0.65, see if that meets your needs. If it doesn't, increase it. Again, the video file will get bigger as you increase that. Hit OK. One last option, the region options. Here you're telling Camstudio which part of the screen you want to capture. Now you can either select region, where you will draw a box when you get started. Full screen will of course capture the whole screen, or fixed region. I prefer fixed region, and here's why. You can set the width and the height to be constant for all your videos. Here I've selected 800 by 600, which is kind of small these days, and it's not as large as the typical screen. Now you don't want to use the whole screen because, let me show you, when you run the program, by clicking the red button here, the first thing that's going to happen is a little dotted box appears. And you're going to put on your screen where you want it to record. So let's suppose I put it right here. Now one problem with what I'm doing right now is you see that the Camstudio window is there also. You want that to be off screen somewhere so that your viewers can't see it. They don't want to see that. However, while you're recording, a couple of things: if you lose your train of thought, or if you need to open a file and you don't want to waste time, hit the pause button right here. And when you're ready to get going again, hit the red record button again. And that will seamlessly pause and start the recording again. When you're done, hit the blue stop button, and it will ask you for a file name, and just give it any old file name like, my video. Tell it where you want to save it, and when you're done, you should be able to play this video with the standard Windows media player or any other media player that you're interested in, and you should be able to upload these videos to YouTube or any other storage place for videos that you want. So now that you've seen the basics, don't be afraid, play with it, change the options, and best of luck to you as you make some educational YouTube videos of your own.